So the Southbank Centre was put together somewhere in the 50s to sort of revive the people's spirits after the war and the sort of bombed out parts of London. It's a cultural centre that consists of the Royal Festival Hall, the Queen Elizabeth Purcell Room, the Hayward Gallery and the BFI Film Archive. The original purpose of the Undercroft as a part of the Hayward Gallery was meant to be a car park for the disabled, hence all of the ramps and the banks and the smooth areas. They ended up building another car park directly under the Hayward Gallery, and then it became disused space. When skating arrived in the UK somewhere in the 60s, they were looking for banks similar to the waves. So they found the Southbank, which was full of perfect banks at various angles.
When we used to come here, we were the only people here. There would be a few tourists, but this area was desolate. Now, it's just chaotic with people.
There's food, there's music, there's art, there's performance, and there's skateboarding. They've had to put up barriers to allow people to stand and watch, because clearly there's an interest.
It equally brings audiences from both sides, so people that have just gone to the festival hall to see something and there's a break or it's finished and they want to have a drink and it's a nice evening, want to go by the river. It's like, oh, what's that noise? And it's like, oh, look, there's a whole bunch of guys skating. Like, oh, he's fallen off, is he going to make it? I regard the skateboarding area as like kind of the free show. It's the one you don't have to pay for. Right next door, to the Southbank skate area and the whole Southbank Centre, there's this market that's there pretty much like most days actually, and the weekends.
From the graffiti on the walls to the skateboarding, to the art that's hanging on the walls, the National Theatre, to the actual theatre itself. You've got a book fair down there that's always been there through all of this. Everything is like all sort of combined. It's just one thing, one unit, and when they were trying to take that away, it seemed like they were taking part of this sort of ball away.
Well, the Long Live Southbank campaign came about somewhere in sort of the later end of 2013. To our sort of surprise, they had all these plans to change the whole site and to remove the skate area. So many people got on board to support us. Lots of artists who were performing at the Royal Festival Hall, like Major Lazer and people, they wore T-shirts, Long Live Southbank. And in the end, Boris Johnson overturned the decision. He decided that, the Festival Wing plan should still happen, but you should include the skaters and you should leave the skate spot as it is because it's a very important place.
Come down, spend 5-10 minutes and just watch what kids are trying to do, or grown-ups like myself trying to do on a skateboard, and just enjoy it.
You can't mention the Southbank Centre without mentioning the Undercroft and the skateboarding and the young people that use it. So it's intrinsically tied and bound to this space. It always will be.